We continue our coverage of the rescue mission in Turkey and Syria following the deadly earthquake on Monday. Let's cross over to Gaziantep, Turkey, the center of the disaster zone. We're joined by Kerem Kinik, the president of the Turkish Red Crescent. Kerem, thank you very much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Describe to us the scene where you are.
Actually, two major earthquakes, 7.7 and 7.6, hit in the same day our southern east part of Turkey. And we have more than 3,300 people died and more than 20,000 injured, actually. And over 5,500 structures have collapsed across the impacted region. Thousands of people are trapped under the rubble. Search and rescue efforts continue as aftershocks continue. The earthquake is reported to be the largest earthquake in decades. As the Turkish Red Crescent Society, we coordinate our response efforts at our disaster coordination centers and the sub-regional and regional operation command and control centers as well. Our teams have been deployed to the affected areas, cities, to deliver humanitarian assistance, especially shelter, nutrition and healthcare services, blood services. So far, we have deployed 2,000 staff and volunteers and 200 vehicles, and we sent necessity items like such as tents, blankets, beds, and we set up 5 mobile kitchens in the provinces, but still we have a gap at the field because of the heavy weather conditions, and our infrastructure, especially our roads and bridges and electricities and water and wastewater infrastructure and natural gas and telecommunication lines have been affected from this such big disasters, and we are trying to overcome.
Right, I'm sure it's absolutely disastrous situation. What are some of the injuries that you're treating there on the ground?
Actually, we are supporting Minister of Health of Turkey. We are responsible for the blood supply. So we call all our donors to organize a country-wide blood donation, and yesterday we could collect 40,000 units of blood across country, and we are providing blood to the hospitals, and we are supporting our medical rescue teams and hospitals because some of them have been also damaged, and we are assisting Ministry of Health to setting up tent hospitals beside the hospitals and transferring the injured people to other neighboring provinces.
And speaking of donations, what is the thing that you need right now, your rescue teams? What do you need from donations from around the world? What is the most critical things? Are we talking about blankets? Are we talking about medical supplies? What is it that the world can give to you?
Actually, we mobilized our own capacity from our own warehouses as Turkish Disaster Authority, AFAD, and Turkish Red Crescent Society. But actually, the recovery phase will take more months, maybe years. So we need continuously need a long-term support to overcome this disaster. And the early phase, we need shelter, we need blanket and nutrition and medical services, and especially nowadays for at our 3 days search and rescue capacity.
Kerem Kinik, the president of the Turkish Red Crescent, thank you very much for joining us this morning despite the very horrific conditions.